So, let's talk about a huge problem. You're trying to build these amazing next-level AI applications, but your most valuable data is, well, it's everywhere, right? Today, we're going to look at a project that's trying to fix that exact problem by creating a single, super smart data layer. Let's see how they pull it off.
All right, let me ask you a question and be honest. Is your data trapped? You know what I mean. Is it locked away in all these different databases, apps, and files? It makes getting a simple, straight answer almost impossible, right? If you're nodding along right now, trust me, you are not alone.
Yeah, this is what most of us are dealing with. It's called data sprawl, and it's a real headache. You've got your critical stuff in PostgreSQL, these massive data sets sitting in BigQuery, all your customer gold is in Salesforce, and then there's this mountain of knowledge just sitting in unstructured docs. Trying to get all of that to talk to each other. Wow, that is a massive challenge.
But what if there was an elegant way to cut through all that fragmentation? This is exactly where MindsDB steps into the picture. It's positioning itself as this really unique AI data layer.
Okay, so what is this thing, really? At its heart, MindsDB is a federated query engine for AI. Now, that sounds complicated, but the idea is actually super powerful. It means that instead of having to pull all your data into one big pile, the query itself goes out to find the data wherever it happens to live. This lets your AI apps ask questions and get answers from all those different sources, like they're all part of one giant unified brain. Pretty cool, right?
And this next part, it really sums up their whole ambition. The project calls itself the only MCP server you'll ever need. So MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. And it's basically the standard they use to let your applications have a natural, conversational back and forth with all that data through AI. It's a big claim.
Okay, so that's the big promise, but how does it actually work? Well, the whole thing is built on this really simple three-step philosophy. It makes a super complex process feel, well, understandable.
It breaks down like this. First, you connect to your data, no matter where it is. Then you unify it all, creating a single virtual view without actually moving a thing. And finally, your AI can respond with smart answers based on that unified view. See? Connect, unify, respond. It's a really clean, logical flow. So let's dig into that first step.
So step one is connect. MindsDB can plug into hundreds of enterprise data sources. We're talking everything from databases to SaaS apps. Now here's the really crucial part. You access your data right where it lives. This is an absolute game changer. Why? Because it means you can skip that whole complex, expensive, and time-sucking process of building ETL pipelines just to move everything into one spot. You just connect.
All right, so we're all connected. Now, this is where the real magic starts to happen. In the next two steps, unify and respond. This is how MindsDB gets all that data ready so you can finally start asking it the questions that really matter.
And what's really clever here is how it handles different types of data. For your unstructured stuff, like PDFs, text documents, you create what are called knowledge bases. These basically index and organize everything so it's ready for Q&A. Then, for all your structured data sitting in different databases, you create views, and these give you that unified look across all those sources, and again, with zero ETL. Two different problems, two smart solutions. And that brings us to the grand finale, respond. This is where we bring in the AI. You can set up these specialized AI agents that are trained to answer questions using your newly unified data. Then, your application just connects using that MC protocol we talked about earlier, and you get this seamless, conversational experience.
Now, an idea this big needs a seriously strong community to make it happen. And honestly, MindsDB's open source story is incredibly impressive. This really isn't just a product. You get the sense that it's more like a movement.
Just look at the numbers. On GitHub, the project has racked up over 37,000 stars. In the open source world, that is a huge signal of trust and excitement from developers. It just shows that people really believe in this vision.
And get this, it's been forked over 6,000 times. That tells you there's a super active community out there. People who are experimenting with it, contributing back, and building all sorts of new things on top of the core platform.
And maybe best of all, this work is being done by over 800 contributors from all over the world. So this isn't some project built by a small, closed-off team. No way! It's a massive, collaborative effort, and that is just a fantastic sign of a healthy, growing ecosystem.
So, feeling inspired to try it out? They've made getting started incredibly simple. The fastest way is to just install it using Docker Desktop. That'll get you up and running in literally minutes. And if you run into any questions, there's a huge and really welcoming community on Slack that's ready to help you out.
So all of this leaves us with one final, really important thought. Once you finally break down all those data silos and connect everything to an intelligent layer, what are the first questions you're going to ask your data?